love being the one in charge of like editing, because I'm the first one here. Look at me in the studio all alone. I could say whatever I want about the other two. I'm not gonna, because I'm a nice person. But I could. Is this gonna be the cold open? Maybe. Depends on if anything funnier happens. But for now, this lame ass cold open is what we got so far. Do do do. Waiting on the call, waiting for them to invite me to the call. Sitting here, got done eating, told the chat that I'm ready to go. There's the call. I should join. Hello, Solus. How are you? Hello, Ruby. How are you? Oh,
we're already
I'm muted for a sec. I'm okay. Thank you, Ruby. Thank you, Ruby. Very cool.
Are you taking a fat piss right now?
A wicked pissa.
You fucking better not miss the toilet. You don't have to fucking like clean that shit up.
Hey yo, this piss don't miss, baby. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 14. I know this time. Welcome back to episode 14 of Bark, Bark, Meow. A little early on the draw there, Solus. But today's topic, today we're gonna be doing the iconic, the classic Furry Fandom iceberg. There's been a lot of icebergs about a lot of different topics. You know, there's basically an iceberg. The iceberg is the rule 34 by now, where it's like there's an iceberg for every topic. If it exists, there is an iceberg.
A, we're unscripted, so I think my bark was perfectly timed. B,
Sure.
What's an iceberg?
An iceberg is a thing that floats in the ocean. But more importantly, an iceberg is basically a type of chart where there's different levels to an iceberg. You know how you only see like the first like 30% of an iceberg and then the rest of it's underwater? So this is a lot like that, where the first 30% is like, normal stuff that everyone knows about. And then the deeper and deeper you go, the more like fucked up it gets. So we're going to be doing that. Obviously, this is going to be a very bare bones. We've only got like 15 things to talk about, where most icebergs got like a ton of them, but we're on a bit of a time crunch. Not really a time crunch, but we like to keep the episodes around an hour, so we don't want to have too many topics.
There is not enough time to go through all the furry shit that's happened in the last couple decades.
Yeah, no. So we're
See
gonna
in the comments though, like what you would add to the iceberg.
Oh, true.
Absolutely. If we did, if you got a subject or topic we don't hit in this iceberg, add it down below. There could definitely be a part 2 episode.
Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking about that. We need to go back through comments and look at stuff people have suggested. Look, I've read comments. I've read all of them, and I've also replied to all of them. I just forget to write them down.
Yeah, I've read a few of them, like from time to time. I didn't know. I don't want to say it.
Yeah, nope.
I don't want to say what we just talked about, because
nope.
I don't want to give anybody any publicity.
No more tension.
No more tension. Anyway, so basically we've got 5 levels of the iceberg, starting with level 1. It's going to be very basic stuff that most people know about and is pretty family friendly. Level 2 is a little more like, okay, this is starting to get into more niche topics. Level 3 is really the turning point where it's like, okay, these are things that definitely are happening. Why is that? Level 4 is that, but worse, where it's like, okay, this is, wow, this community. And level 5 is like, why? Why does God let things like this exist?
Level 5 is they claim to be furry, but we don't claim them.
True.
So no, we've disowned you. Get out.
Yeah, and like I said, each tier is gonna have, or I guess each level is gonna have 3 different topics that we're gonna talk about for like hopefully 5 or so minutes. But knowing our ADHD-ridden brains, it's gonna be long video.
And speaking of that wild ride, I'm gonna send us right into it because I think we forgot one on tier 1, and I was scrolling through Twitter and I just found it, and I'm gonna I'm gonna add it.
Just do it.
Say Five Nights at Freddy's should be on tier 1.
Oh, Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's definitely made a bunch of furries.
Yeah, that was a very pivotal moment unfortunately for furry history. And like Living Tombstone making a bunch of banger tracks, that didn't help.
Well, was Living Tombstone a brony?
Yes, Living Tombstone came from the Brony fandom, but making music for FNAF, it kind of blends together. How many furries do you know the song Discord? by Living
Right.
Tombstone and Eurobeat. Like,
I know normies who know Discord, bro.
okay, that's a good song, Brody or not. Like,
Yeah,
shit.
absolutely. Discord.
I'm howling at the moon,
Yeah, I was
sipping
gonna
in the
say
middle
it's
of a
not
summer
necessarily.
afternoon.
It's not
And then
necessarily the
what's
lyrics. It's just a banger of a beat.
God,
It's
it's
just
so
the
good.
Five Nights at Freddy's song, I Hope You Die in a Fire, is one of my breakup songs.
Oh, that one is, yeah. Like, God, what's the other one? Obviously there's the Five Nights at Freddy's. Like,
I'm not gonna lie.
what's
I like the games. I've liked the lore and all that stuff. Oh
I did it first.
I watch the MatPat videos.
yeah.
I get
Christ.
excited when a new one's uploaded.
I got really intrigued into the lore and what they were gonna do with the games because it didn't really exactly have a story to begin with. They didn't really know what the fuck was going on, and then it was like suddenly 5 games in, going, well, I should do something with this.
Yeah, see, on one hand, like, it's kind of worked out for FNAF, but I kind of hate where, like, every obscure thing has to have, like, deep lore and a story to it. It's like, why can't this exist just because it's funny and, like, fun? But, I digress. That's not the point of today's episode. On top of that, FNAF kind of spawned this weird, like, horror genre where it's like this cutesy thing, ooh, it wants to kill you, and I think we're seeing the tail end of that. Like, that's starting to get a little washed.
I thought that was kind of interesting though, because the first animatronics are clearly like not like they're like old school broken down animatronics. They were not something
Yeah.
cute. It was the second one. I will say it was mixed
The new
with what do you
Freddy,
say?
that metal one, I'd fuck that.
Oh my god.
Look,
Glam Rock
that's-
Freddy
and
or
this-
whatever it's called.
Ayo, so this is why this is level 1.
What's the girl
Dude,
one that everyone's obsessed with? Roxy,
let's
that's it.
go. I
Okay.
mean, that's my girl.
I've
so-
never looked at any of them and been like, damn, would smash. Not once,
Wow,
not ever.
you're not on that
Making
iceberg.
Misha straight over here. Those are some
No,
straight
no,
thoughts.
no. I have a boyfriend. We're about to celebrate an anniversary. What do you mean straight?
Those are some straight
Oh my
thoughts, Misha.
Toxic heterosexuality.
I'm actually thinking about.
Sexuality.
I think I'm taking your furry card.
No, wait. I
Sorry,
have furry
you're just
crushes,
furry.
I promise.
You're just a furry. Furry, Jason. Oh god. Yeah, just the fun YouTubers that you didn't think were furries, like Oswald Out. You got
Yeah.
Saber Spark, which he's
that
kind of leaned into that a lot harder now.
He
For a
has.
very long time, he was like, "I'm not a furry. I like the the
God.
concepts." And then, like in the last couple of years, it's just like, oh, he straight up does like live streams with like a saber like.
Yeah, he's got-
It's funny how YouTubers are so like when they start off as YouTubers, they're so reluctant to just embrace that they're furries. Like, why?
Yeah.
Well, I will lead that into level 2 later in like a little bit here, but there's reasons why especially like Markiplier like could be a furry, but there's he may not.
No, I don't think
ever-
Markiplier's a furry.
He may not ever like actually do that because fandom association can have negative impacts. But
yeah.
it's typically, and that's why I want to talk about level 2, kind of like why things are stupid.
We're not there yet.
Yeah,
We
I
gotta go in
know.
order.
We gotta get to level 1.
Okay,
Anyway.
so level 1, another bit. Oh, I have the wrong chat open. There we go. Speaking of YouTubers, it's knowing who Majira Strawberry is.
Yes.
Yep.
Majira Strawberry is like one of the classic, iconic furry YouTubers. I don't think they make videos as much recently, but
I'm actually gonna Google that, or I'm YouTubing that right now because I
But
want
yeah,
to say.
they were
For a
definitely
while
like,
there, for YouTube was the thing. It was, and that's why I joined in 2018 as Solace. For YouTube was the thing.
Yeah.
The last uploaded video was 3 months ago.
Oh.
So it's been a minute, and I know why, because the person behind Majira actually made a, what I would call a true Sona. Majira was more of an OC character that they played up a lot, and I think maybe at one point Majira was kind of their like persona true Sona,
Yeah.
but they ended up like changing it up, making another character named Kyle that they vibed with a lot more, Kyle the werewolf, and then they do Twitch streaming.
Oh,
If they
okay.
do, I honestly haven't kept too much up on that either. But for YouTube in general, has seen a massive decline in just the last couple of years too.
Yeah. It was okay. The glory days. Well, not really the glory days, but the last like spike was during COVID because everybody was at home. That's when my
Yeah.
channel started. Was
Well, see, I think that's when Twitch furry is explicitly VR chat.
Oh, VR
really
chat.
blew up.
I want to make a
All-
video about that.
Absolutely.
I
Just
want
like-
a fucking VR headset so bad.
Yeah.
Please
you know
donate
what?
to our Patreon
Oh my
so I
God.
can afford a mic
So-
and then a VR headset.
Ruby, all we gotta do is take it to a Walmart and go get you a Quest 2.
How much is that?
$300.
Okay, that's not so bad.
Well, so your PC has to be able to run it though.
Okay, so never mind.
So
Because it can't.
$3,300.
We need to get you your PC first.
So donate to my Patreon. Actually, I really do need the PC updated so I can help Misha edit. Like,
True. But yeah.
Um,
So Majira Strawberry, Beta Ada Delota was another big one. He's still posting.
hi Beta.
Hi Beta.
Speaking
in case you
of-
watch
That's my
this.
friend.
Ash
Yeah.
Coyote is actually just coming out with Beyond the Fandom Season 2. If you
Yeah.
love Ash Coyote's takes deep looks to the honestly, it's more of like instead of us just like kind of talking about the iceberg, they go in deep on the iceberg of what furry is. So that's really cool.
Yeah. Beta is the person that I based my video styles on. Because those were the type of styles that he used to make. So I kind of based what I was doing off of that and have gone from there. So yeah.
Beta sent me the sweetest message. He said he got his fursuit from Phoenix because he was inspired by my fursuit. And he sent me that little clip, and I cried because
Aw.
it's so sweet. And the last thing are bad dragon dicks.
Yeah, Bad Dragon in general. Everyone knows what the logo looks like by now. Like, we gotta step up our game. I have a sticker on my Clone Hero guitar that just has the letters NT and like a rainbow behind it. There's very few people that are gonna know what that means.
Wait, let's do a test. Andy,
Yeah.
can you come here for a second?
Oh no. Okay.
Fuck, he got in the shower. I wanted to
Ah.
ask Andy, who's objectively a normie, even though he's with me, he's all normie all the time. But he'd hate that I said that. He's not a furry. But I want to know if he'd ever heard of Bad Dragon before he met me. I think he did. I think Bad Dragon is like mainstream.
Yeah, it's gotten to that point. Dude,
Well,
when I was at a on-campus Fermi at my university. I worked at the university, so technically at my job too. And I was at a Fermi, and we were just kind of chilling at one of the booths. And one of the people was very fucking loudly talking about Bad Dragon. And it's like, bro, we are in public. Please stop. It was like lunchtime, and there was a bunch of people around.
Wow. If you own a Bad Dragon dildo, it doesn't make you a furry. If you have a fursona, that's more furry than owning a Bad Dragon dildo.
Yeah, we're at that point.
I have 2, and I used to have like 10, and I've never bought a Bad Dragon dildo.
You've never purchased one?
I've
Oh.
never purchased a Bad Dragon
Oh,
dildo.
that's
Okay.
interesting.
Okay.
That's great.
I have 0.
I
That's
have the
not me
mouth one.
exaggerating.
The
Okay.
fact that Bad Dragon exists, that's level 1 information.
Yeah.
Moving to level 2.
The controversy.
Okay. Controversy of level 2 is
Dragon.
how do you make animal style?
Well, so I know that they 3D print them and make a mold, but the rumor is that there's a cast. Am I right? I know none of them are
I
like that.
was
right?
told, and I
Apparently-
guess I couldn't bring it up 100%, but I was told that either realistic models and or images were used to make the more realistic things. Obviously, if it's a fantasy creature, it doesn't exactly exist, and they kind of just had to go about it another way. But
I know that
that's
there's
the
another.
controversy behind Bad Dragon, why I've been told not to support them because of it.
I know that there's another dildo company that was using Bad Dragon's model that was caught making a cast of
Oh
a
no.
real animal, and
Uh-oh.
I actually think that they went out of business, but that was a big thing.
Oh no.
I don't know if I just personally don't know if the Bad Dragon one is confirmed or not, but that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely
I've
like
heard both. Where it's like,
That's
it's
why-
confirmed, set in stone. What's weird is I've had well, we're not really friends anymore, but I've had people that I used to be friends with make
Misha!
videos about him. Like, make videos
Right.
about Bad Dragon, and
That
I
was
think I watched it, and it was, like, just a bunch of, like, hearsay as far as I know. Like, there's
I
no
think it was-
set in stone evidence.
Well, I think a lot of the things brought up was it was ex-employees that confirmed stuff. I just know that when it comes up every
Clap,
so
clap.
often, but that's why I said I just know that when it comes up, because it comes up every so often, it's one of those furry spin the wheel, what's going to be talked about this week kind of shit on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
When the Bad Dragon thing did pop up, kind of when I got into the fandom, it's probably I don't know if it was 2018 or not, but like first couple years I learned about it. People were pretty adamant about it and pretty like, hey, this company did do this stuff that's not okay. And I just kind of listened to that, and I don't need a realistic animal thing
Yeah,
personally. So
like,
I just stay away from it.
I don't know if it's, like, actually confirmed or not, but one, that shit's out of my budget, and two, I just, there's other toy makers.
So we're on tier 2. Let me
Yes.
observe the
Yeah.
iceberg.
Yeah, let's get the hell away from the other shit.
Speaking of YouTubers and
Oh.
transitioning into that, apparently Markiplier's brother might be a furry.
Yeah, I'm
Apparently
shocked you
he's
didn't know
been
this.
like either at FurCons or like associating
literally-
with furries. Because like he's an
I
artist,
literally
right?
have a signed. Yeah, I have a literally signed. He has like prints, right, at a booth. And he was there. He was there. I got a signed autographed like piece from him at was that Anthocon 2019? I think he really only goes to Anthocon when it comes to furry conventions because he's still out of Ohio, I believe.
Yeah.
You know Markiplier's whole family history. If you're a big Markiplier fan, Ohio. So I do believe that being the closest and largest, like second, if not first largest con, depending on the year, he shows up. And Two Kinds is a wonderful webcomic that is absolutely fantasy based, but absolutely has very nice furry anthro characters in them. And I'm not gonna lie, he says he's not a furry, but like the porn I've seen he had to draw for those characters for Patreon, I don't know.
My
I've
rule
seen-
has
I've
always
seen
been
some shit. He's drawn some sexy ass shit.
Hell
normies
yeah.
ask me that all the time. They ask me like what makes somebody a furry and not a furry? And my personal thing is that if you identify as a furry, you're a furry. If you
Exactly.
don't identify as a furry, you're not a furry.
Yeah.
Right. And that's kind of what he said. He's like, I'm just, I'm obviously around the community, but I'm not like a furry, is what he said. So
I
that's
like
why I
to call
said,
those people furry adjacents.
Yeah. Dude,
I don't
furries
know
pay
why
top
that's a
dollar
thing,
for
but
that shit,
they
man.
pay top dollar for that porn, baby.
Here's the thing, as an artist from that side, not only do they pay top dollar, they're also the best clients and extremely grateful.
That's amazing.
They're like, wow, this is so great and on time. Thank you so much. Here's a $20 tip. If you've got a normal artist or an anime artist or something, and they cave and they draw furry porn, or even just furries in general, their like first 5 interactions, they're dumbfounded. They're like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
They're dumbfounded, and then they don't go back because they're like, "Fuck, I'm making."
And then they have a persona, and then they're
I'm
just balls deep into the
like, fuck, I'm just gonna do this.
So, does
Oh,
anyone
goodness.
remember? It was 2019, 2018. The furry versus gamers.
So this is why I wanted to bring
Oh
up
my
from
God.
level 1 to level 2.
Okay.
And like not associating with furries is just people get real stupid about furries. I don't know if it's because it's really easy to make fun of people who want to dress up as animals or not. I mean, I get it. It's strange. It's a strange hobby to have. But yeah, the whole furries versus gamers war, which to an extent wasn't really a big deal, but then some people take things too far. They
was-
always do.
9 posts out of 10 were like super lighthearted and super fun, and like it was like two very different sides interacting with each other. And then that 10th post was always like oh well, we should kill those furries, or like actual threats, and it's like, bro,
Yeah, like
we're all
really
having
nasty
fun.
stuff. Well, I will say, I think my favorite part about the furries versus gamer war was like how 9 times also out of 10 is the normies always like depicted themselves as like prisoners of war. They're like, I got captured fighting the good
Yeah.
fight. They'll have to kill me before they get any information. It's just like, so you all want to be martyrs, but none of you want to actually be like the heroes that save your side.
Right.
So like, you've lost the war because you all just got captured by the furries.
And like some of the shit was so creative.
Some of it was good. Some
Yeah.
of it was funny, and I initially thought it was great, but then it got to be kind of obsessive to a point, and I was just like,
Yeah. And like,
And I'm not even on TikTok. I'm that guy. I'm the boomer, but not a boomer that doesn't like TikTok.
Andy also refuses to download TikTok.
Yeah.
does Andy show you reels of TikTok
and-
trends from 3 months ago?
Yes. I'm like,
Yup.
I'm like, these aren't even the best memes, Andy. These are this is just the ones that made it out.
It's just the ones that made it out alive.
That's great.
Every time we're on YouTube Shorts or Reels, I'm like, just download TikTok, and he's like, no. I don't even think it's just about me now. He just won't do it because of me.
Oh jeez, it's like it's a point now.
All right, we gotta.
So guess what?
think
There's a
about it.
reason why I side with the gamers.
Why?
Do you remember?
The 21st
remember-
night, September.
Like and subscribe.
You can guess. You can guess. Oh, fuck.
single furries.
Put your paws up.
Put your paws up.
You can guess what day we're recording this by the reference. But
Yeah,
man,
you know.
all of the single furries single-handedly set us back
21st of
multiple
September.
generations.
I actually don't know what you guys are talking about.
All the
You don't
single
know all the
furries
single furries?
created
Yeah,
homophobia.
You've never heard the song. Wait, what? Sorry, what? I missed that.
I said all of the single furries created homophobia. It was that bad.
Oh, right. Yeah, that song was so cringe that people started just wanting to hurt furries.
All right, Ruby, live reaction. Look up all the single furries on YouTube.
Okay, I'm going.
Wait,
Yeah.
you've never heard? Are you
They've
kidding?
never heard it.
All the single furries.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, and watch it. It's a
got,
music
like-
video. You have to watch
okay,
it.
I'm pretty sure this is it because I see Ash reaction and the emote is cringe.
Oh, it's cringe.
Oh, it's cringe,
Okay.
alright.
It's just.
No, it's cringe.
Okay, I think I have to go right to YouTube because it's not okay. YouTube, and then all the
Yeah.
single furries.
Yep.
All the single furries.
Small
Okay,
Hands up,
Have your
freaking
paws up.
call.
by Stinky Stunky.
Ah, dude,
I don't
know.
I don't
man.
actually know who it's by, but
You know what? I'm gonna make sure you're getting the right one, so I'm gonna look it up too. But you can go ahead and try and listen to it.
I'm gonna keep that shit out of my search history. Actually,
Why is that the first thing that pops up in my search when I type in all the
if you
singles?
like it, then you should have put
Yep,
it
Stinky
in.
Stinky Skusky is it.
So I'm watching it. Here, oh no, you're streaming, so I can't.
I am
So I'm
streaming.
watching it, and the voice, it feels like it's intentionally like it knows, it's aware of itself, but because the production value is so high, I don't know if it's
I don't
aware.
know either, man.
No. They went all in on this song. They thought this was cool. This was a passion project for these people, which is unfortunate that they get so much shit for it. But
Unfortunate passion.
also,
Here's a problem that I have with some fursuiters, and it's like they forget that the suit doesn't the suit absorbs so much of your emotion.
you have to move so much.
Yes.
Yeah, and because of that, you get this uncanny valley effect when you don't do that. Like you move a little too slow, and the eyes don't move.
Yeah. Isn't it also in black and white? That's probably not.
It's in
Yeah.
black and white
Yeah.
too. Yep.
The production value is actually incredible. The collar and leashes, I think, are what tipped the scales from
Yeah.
Well, it's that in combination with the wording or the actual words in it.
Yeah.
And I think because this was 9 years
Put your
ago.
paws up.
9 years ago was, peak
Nine-
furry hate.
What was
9
it?
years ago, this
2014.
9 years ago, this stuff was amazing.
Right.
Like
Quality
in the
wise,
fandom,
yeah.
in the fandom, it might have been peak furry hate out of the fandom, but in the fandom,
Oh.
Like
This-
you could fucking do anything in fursuit and it would be liked, but something like this high production value, beloved.
it was met with mixed results because there are a lot of furries that did think the lyrics were cringe. Even furries think it was cringe, but there's some that they liked it. It's sitting on 3.5 million views as of now.
Yeah.
And see,
Dude.
even things like this that you think are cringe, like looking back, this is art, right? This is a piece of history. This is, and it provokes feelings in me that I don't know, I don't fully understand myself. Are they cringe? Yes.
God, what is his
Yeah.
name?
We're not diving into art. This is not art. This is not art study.
Wait,
I went to school for that. Okay, I have a degree.
all right, we got to move on.
Yeah, we gotta move on.
I'm sorry, I can't
Level
remember.
3, baby. This is the turning point.
Oh,
2015. Wait, I have the shirt. Hold on. What was the days?
Oh god.
September
Put your shirt back
24th to 27th.
Put your shirt back on.
2015. Oh my god, I do have the shirt. Hold on. I don't know where it is right now.
Damn it.
Yeah.
There was a con that took place in the Seattle area. Might have actually been Seattle. I don't remember. But there's a little con. You may have heard of it called Rainforest 2015.
I was there. I was
Ruby
present.
was there.
I was. I can attest to the chaos that ensued. Oh, Die Young animated is also on this.
Oh, that one's iconic though.
Yeah,
that one's
that's
so
probably
good.
level 1. Yeah.
Yeah, that was level 1. Die Young made so many people into furries. Anyway, 2015, Ruby, why don't you give us 3 things that happened that were fucked? Did you witness any of the bad things?
Yes, I
firsthand?
did. So I was in the dealer's den. I was dealing this con, and from my perspective, it fucking sucked because first they had the listing times on the dealer's den incorrect. So we weren't making any money. Then they changed rooms, I think, at one point. The art show also had the times unlisted. So art show is really important to have the times right because people are bidding on these. And when people are bidding, they're also usually bidding. Yeah, art show, you could like bid on the art in the art show.
Oh, okay.
What do people do? They wait till the last minute, see if they've been outbid, and then like the last minute bidding war, but they close the art show 2 hours early, so almost none of the art sold.
What the fuck?
Right, because they didn't make minimum or whatever.
Because no, they just like didn't have the people. I guess they were just so unorganized. But a lot of the times people like don't like they won't bid on anything because you don't want to make a piece that you're after look too desired, because if you do, then people are more likely to bid on it. So some pieces will have no bids for the weekend, and in the last hour they just spike up. That's very common. It's a thing.
Okay.
And so that was a big problem. I saw the diapers on the cars. That was a problem. I saw, what else did I see? The amount, there's a lot of debauchery at cons, but going through the hallways, it was a lot of debauchery. Like people were getting hurt and fucked up, and it was pretty bad.
Oh god. It's like that scene from Pirates of the Caribbean where he's just walking on the ship getting all destroyed. Was it like that?
It was definitely like that. I actually had a great time at that con. It was like a little overboard, but nothing that you think like it wasn't worse or better than like the MFF explosion, which I was also at.
Wait, the MFF explosion
that'll be late.
or
Not the explosion?
Okay. We are
Yeah,
talking
But
about
that's coming in. That's coming soon.
That's next.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
next level. We still got 2 more things to talk about on this level.
Yeah, if you've heard about Rainforest or seen the Internet Historian video, it's pretty correct.
It's cray. I'm glad I didn't go. I think I was just starting to like look at the furry community when I saw that, and I was like,
I actually
wow.
have a piece on my wall that I won in the art show because my friend didn't get any bids, so I bid on it, and
There
I
you
got
go.
it for like $10.
Hell yeah.
I've got the shirt, but I didn't go.
So-
Furlandia is also a rain event. So they had a bunch. Apparently, they opened an old locker and found a bunch of old shirts, and a few of them were Rainforest 2015. So I was like, I have to. I have to buy this. Speaking of
God, what year was
MFF,
that? What year was that? I'm looking it up.
2019. I don't know.
Oh, no, it's
I-
not
that's-
2019.
I-
I wasn't. I was there for that one.
I'm
So-
spreading
It's like
misinformation. I took a
2017
guess.
or something like that. I
We
think.
we're spreading misinformation on purpose.
Oh
was a-
shit! Never mind. It was 2014.
Oh,
A broken glass bottle containing a concentration of chlorine powder was inside the building, and this is where I'm gonna have a fight with Ruby, but not really. Where I and a lot of media reported on it as being a chlorine gas bomb that was used in a I believe a staircase is where it was said to have happened of some sort.
I saw the glass that was in the staircase.
Did you not die?
No, but my friend's mom had to go to the hospital.
Oh no. Yeah, because this was 2014, so it was back in MFF 2014. 19 guests were total hospitalized, and the hotel was evacuated for a chlorine gas bomb attack. Claimed as an attack, and we have a very interesting individual that has haunted the fandom for years, named Ryan Hill, that said he took blame for it, but I don't believe he was ever charged for it. So it's kind of one of those things where did he just say he did it because he wanted to be the notoriety for it, because he's known for just like threatening furry cons and shit, and is just a overall problematic person.
nice.
Yeah, Ryan Hill doesn't have he doesn't have it in him to actually do a crime. He just wants attention.
It sends some pretty scary photos and some things, but from my knowledge, has an act. I don't know. That's a whole nother subject. But what Ruby has a whole different side to this. Because I believe I've just kind of obviously just believed whatever I saw in the media coverages of it on.
So
YouTube.
when it happened, we were in the if you know the MFF lobby, there's the elevator in the middle, and we were having an art jam at the bottom. So we kind of pick there's these big circle tables right behind the elevator, and during the nighttime nobody really goes there. So we get one of the big circle tables and we're just having a cool art jam, and it starts to smell like a pool. And we just think like, oh, too many chemicals in the pool, or maybe they just redid the pool. We think like, oh, furries are so gross, they had to like add more chemicals to the pool. Hee hee hee. But we're still really isolated, right? But then we kind of hear a commotion like right around the corner, but we don't think anything of it because it's a con. Commotions happen and then they like settle down.
Yeah.
Until one of the staff members comes up to our table and immediately they're like, "What the fuck are you guys still doing here? You gotta go." So we start picking our stuff up and he's like, "No, like leave it. You have to go now." Which was actually a big panic for us because as artists, all of our work is on this table, and like all of our expensive supplies. I had $3,000 worth of markers just strewed across the table.
Jeez.
But we had to, so, it was an evacuation. It was pretty serious. Obviously, it was serious enough because we started to smell the chlorine. Like, that's really bad.
I don't remember there being a staircase near there.
No, there wasn't. But because it was in the staircase, it was in the ventilation system.
Because like I said, it hospitalized 19 people. So
Jesus.
So the chlorine rises. So if you were on a floor above the chlorine spill, because it was really high up, was the actual spill. If you were on a floor above it, you were evacuated first. But we were on the ground floor, and we started to smell the chlorine at one point.
Oh, jeez.
So it was about 3 a.m. So first we get evacuated, and then we're all panicky. And then here's my personal story about the chlorine attack. So they start to say that people can go back in, and it's like 3 a.m. I think when we were leaving, so maybe or 3 a.m. when we were getting back. Don't remember, but we're all fucking exhausted, and a bunch of my friends are really panicked about their equipment. So I'm really fast, and I was like, okay, I'll scamper ahead and just go like watch our table, because it was so packed with people, obviously, like furries and normies who just want to go back to bed.
Yeah. Everybody's gonna use the elevator now.
So I like scrabbled along on the floor, got back to the circle table, and I was just sitting there chilling, waiting for people, but it was taking forever. I think it took an hour. So finally I kind of stand up and I look around the elevators, and I see that like the lobby is like I'm inside some caution tape.
Oh.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And then
Oh.
somebody sees me and they're like, you're not supposed to be back there. And I was like, oh, I'm just watching these markers. Apparently, they set up the caution tape for all the art equipment because they didn't want it getting stolen.
Oh.
But this con staff member was so mean to me. He like grabbed me and was pushing me across the tape, and I like used what little karate I know to like get out of his arm and like push him away. I was like, "No, you don't. Fuck you. My wallet is sitting over there. I can show you that this is my shit. I'm just waiting for my friends to get back." And then I see them, like a huge group of artists that have been trying to get past this caution tape forever, begging these people to like let them through. So then I run up, I get a police officer because the lobby's full of them, and I'm like, there's the caution tape, there's our shit, we just need to get back there. He walks me to the table, I show him my wallet, he looks at my ID, he says, you're good to go, and then he makes the con staff let us get our stuff.
Yo, Constaff does not have the right to touch you.
No,
Yeah.
no, I was shocked. I've never been grabbed like that.
Yeah,
Like,
Anyone.
that's danger zone.
Yeah.
I
That's
won't
somebody
name
being a little bit
names.
power trippy, but yeah.
I won't name names, but like I got their badge number and I immediately like went to the con ops and reported it, and he was super pissed that I did that, and all my friends were like, "No, we saw it. It was really inappropriate." Because I get it, you're just trying to do your job, but you went from 0 to 60 so much. And also, your little caution tape idea didn't fucking work. I've been back there for 2 hours.
Yeah.
How did they
Alright.
put the caution tape up, but not like turn around and go?
I don't know. I don't know how they didn't see me. Like, didn't like, oh, hey, what are you doing here? We're trying to protect these markers. I'm like, oh, these are my markers. And like, zero communication. I was just suddenly in the caution tape area and then being grabbed and forced across the tape.
Oh, by the way, the staff on cons, we love you, and more people should volunteer for you, but just don't be a power trippy asshole.
Yeah.
I think, see, that's why, like, it's so few and far between. Respect your
Yeah.
staff, love your staff. It was a high stress situation.
That's what I was gonna
Look,
say. Is
okay,
everybody
I can-
was probably extremely high stress.
I can definitely. I have a bad staff story for later, but we'll
Oh,
do
boy.
that.
But the rumor, so you were saying, Solus, that it was a bomb. The rumor at the con, and I find myself believing it, was that it was because the photos, you can still find the photos online of the staircase and the jar.
Yeah.
It was not a bombing. That was kind of media spinning it to be like, people hate furries this bad. It was
Yeah.
actually somebody just trying to make meth in the hotel.
Oh,
Oh.
And they dropped some of their chemicals while walking up the stairs.
Oh.
So that was the rumor at the con. That's what people were saying happened. And I don't know, I really believe the furry voice
God.
chain.
Me and Night Shadow cooking meth at MFF, baby, yeah.
And honestly, I don't know what makes for a better story. The fact that
Dude.
a furry was trying to cook meth in the lobby of MFF and dropped some of the chemicals, or that somebody was trying to bomb the furries.
Jesse, grab your feet, paws. We have to cook. Jesse.
So we have to
No.
cook.
they would've
Okay,
had
that's the thumbnail for this episode.
Oh my god.
You just gotta take a little screenshot from Breaking Bad, slap some first two
Right.
heads on there.
Level 4.
Level
Four.
Starts with my favorite con of all time that I was mentioned at year 1, but not year 2. Free for all, baby. Woo! That con was a shit
You're
show.
a guest of honor.
No. No.
No, you were a guest of honor.
I was the ball pit guest of honor.
Like and
You were a
subscribe
guest of honor.
for misinformation.
Well, no, he was guest of honor. He just wasn't there, and also didn't really agree to it.
I
But
was guest of dishonor. Everyone at that con hates me, I'm almost certain.
Free for all, we did an episode on it. You can definitely check that out in the description down below, or just check the YouTube channel. There's a bunch of episodes, and one of them is free for all. Yeah,
Everybody there was racist.
yay!
Half joke. Everybody there was.
I think combining with free for all on level 4 is just the fact that Nazi furs are a thing.
Yeah,
Like
there's
that,
it's the Nazi furs and the burned furs I was gonna bring up too.
Yeah, there's a group called the Furry Raiders, which we've mentioned before. They're basically Nazi furries, and they do the whole thing. Yeah, their design literally has a red armband with a paw print on it. Like, come the fuck on. And like, their whole thing is like, oh, we promote inclusivity and like equality, and that's how they invite you into the group. And then you see the group chats, and it's like transphobia and racism and a bunch of awful things. Basically, some of the worst people in the fandom. All of them seem to have ties to the Furry Raiders, including Free For All. Furry Raiders was security for I think both years, if not only the first year. So yeah, that's some really exciting stuff. The con did fairly all right, if not great, for a first year con attendance wise, and then the second year I think it said they had like 87 people. So needless to say, Free For All's not coming back for a third year because they've made the quote unquote announcement, but they didn't announce a date. So I don't think we'll be seeing Free For All anymore. And even if we do, like, I've made 3 videos about them, and I'm not making a 4th unless something super drastic happened. I'm done talking about them.
Bombed with chlorine.
Yeah, unless somebody makes meth over there. I'm not talking about it.
No, we're encouraging you to bomb Free For All.
No. Do not do that under any circumstance.
After our current research, we're not even sure another one's going to happen at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Free For All's cooked.
Look, the way we look at it is the furry fandom is about being inclusive and being able to present yourself in the ways that you want to present yourself. But if you have ideals and beliefs that directly contradict the basic human rights of others, you don't belong.
Yeah,
so,
you don't belong. Yeah, you don't belong in any fandom.
You don't belong in society, honestly. Again, as we were talking about our previous episode that we just had with Finn from Oral Alliance, punching Nazis is always morally correct.
Yes.
We agree.
Absolutely.
Captain America said punching Nazis is valid.
Yeah.
Are you gonna really look me in the eyes and disagree with Captain America?
That's America's ass.
That's America's ass.
All right. So
all right, we do have to see. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say we need y'all to subscribe to our Patreon so we can get a Chris Evans cameo made for this.
Oh my god.
We do have the Furry CSI episode on level 4. I honestly think it belongs a little higher, except it's so old.
I was gonna say, you say that, and at one point in time, that is correct.
It
would be level 1. No, level 1 was absolutely the CSI Furry episode 5 to 10 years ago. Well, 6. I don't know.
Yeah, nowadays people don't. You make a civet oil joke, and people don't even get it.
Dude, that episode did irreversible damage to like
Cuddle Puddle, or what was it called?
Furries. Fucking yeah. I've only seen a clip of it because I mentioned it in my thing. I've never seen it and I won't see it. I might put it as a subscriber goal at some point. But
I was gonna say, is that something we do for Patreon? Can we all sit down and do a reaction to the CSI episode for Patreon only?
The only part I've seen is like, do you have a name, Miss? My friends call me Sexy or something like that, and I used that in a video. And that's all I've seen.
My controversial fucking hot take furry opinion is that the CSI Furry episode is not like an inaccurate representation of the fandom.
Oh no.
I watched it twice, and I'm kind of like, guys, I know that you're uncomfortable looking at yourself in the mirror, but this is actually a really accurate portrayal of furries.
I don't know, Misha. I disagree with Ruby. I think it is drama TV. It was over exaggerated in a lot of ways, and it was obviously they misunderstood what furries were. But is it completely off base? No.
I think they did like a regular normal person amount of research. Like obviously they didn't understand the community, but they're not gonna
no.
But like it's not like they were just making shit up.
But yeah, it's if you want to cringe, there's an episode for you to watch.
This might be a good episode, like for a Patreon exclusive episode where, because Misha has never seen it. I have the opinion that it's actually a pretty good portrayal. Solus thinks it's not a good portrayal, so we could react to
and
the
Misha
furry.
Can choose sides, and if he doesn't choose my side, I'll hit him with a bat.
So
wait, what?
Maybe that'll be a surprise episode. We're not gonna be able to like do too many extra episodes until we're at least at a certain amount of money for our Patreon. just because we don't have the time to invest in our podcast pretty much any more than we do.
Yeah.
Until we're making kind of an investment back. So that's why we keep pushing it, because we do want to make more content for you guys, but we just don't have the time.
Yep.
Because we all have to make money.
Our own
Yeah.
content everywhere else.
True.
But maybe someday. And
But
yeah,
maybe-
we'll get some stuff done.
All
And
right.
for all of you who have already actually been to our Patreon already, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm actually
thank
gonna
you.
make. Oh yeah,
There's a thank you. There should be something special at the end of this episode and the episode before this.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget about that, Misha. We have to throw in a little scroll at the end.
Oh fuck. Okay, nope. I didn't
Well,
do it for this episode. It's gonna be for next episode. Or no,
It'll be-
I'll do it for
Wait.
this episode. It's not gonna be for the Finn episode.
Yes.
That episode's
Right.
done and already like ready to be uploaded.
Gotcha.
I already
Right.
exported that one. so-
Tomorrow's Friday.
Okay, yep. I will do that on Friday. My bad.
All right. You're good.
All right.
It's okay. It's Misha.
Look,
We're
we
running-
also very shockingly got the Patreon
Good
done.
time. Level 5.
We're running low on time. Level 5. So the video that like ultimately blew up my channel for the first time was me talking about an individual by the name of Carpet Sample. I just felt half the audience get a really bad shiver down their spine just mentioning that name.
I did not. Your video was actually one of the first videos I watched by you of Carpet Sample, and I didn't know the details until this. I've seen the fursuit walking around. I've smelled the fursuit walking around.
No way.
So I knew of him.
Was it
but
as
I
bad
didn't-
as people say?
It
Oh, it's
absolutely
Oh,
was.
fuck.
Do you want to talk about inspirations for what Five Nights at Freddy's was?
I was gonna
Oh
say,
my
like, the concept, and a lot of people commented this as well. The concept, actually kind of cool, where it's like, you know, amalgamation of like a bunch of different.
It's like a patchwork quilt. Or
Yeah, exactly.
quilt.
Yeah.
Quilt.
It's like,
Quilt, yeah.
because like the idea is cool. It's just the fact that like
It's
he
the grodiest
fucked
looking
all of the
shit.
plushies, man. He had relations with the plushies before
It's
making the
worse.
suit. It's not
It's
held
worse
together by hot glue. It's held together by something.
Oh god, it's awful. I'm sorry.
He was also a
Uh,
zoophile and would post about that regularly on different forums way back when.
Link in the doobly doo to Misha's video.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, I
Christ.
don't have to relive that.
You know what's
Yeah,
crazy?
Yeah, if you don't know anything about Carpet Sample, Misha did a video on it.
It did. You know what's crazy? I
Mm.
went back and like watched that video, and in my opinion, that video kind of sucks. I don't like my Carpet Sample video.
Dude, it's the greatest thing where you're like, wow, that was a great video. It gets low views. You just put something out, and then it's like, oh, that's what's gonna go viral.
Oh,
well,
at the
fuck me then.
At the time, it's just like quality wise looking back.
Oh.
Like I've improved on video making so much since then.
It's
You
so
are.
shitty. It's so shitty too
Actually-
when you work really hard on something and it gets 0 views.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
But then you like just throw something together and it gets all. That's the worst.
My most popular TikToks are the ones where I'm like either shit faced or Zabuma food, and I just throw on Misha real quick and just record a quick thing. Like,
So I was actually gonna make this comparison. I think it's really funny. Because I don't watch all of your content. I actually watched a few videos, and actually I've watched a few more of your recent ones.
hey,
And it is funny to me to see Misha as the YouTuber, and then how you are as somebody on the podcast where it's unscripted, because you do like follow the Beta Delota thing where like you're very to the point and well spoken and everything is great in your videos. And there's a definite a definite contrast when it comes to
it's jarring.
YouTube
is it?
and podcast. Oh, it's quite a bit.
Is it that different?
It's
so
quite a bit.
jarring.
Oh, like
Like
I play it up a little bit as Misha, and like I have to like think about
Right,
like,
right.
you know,
but
being overly animated, but like
your pacing of speaking and everything changes.
oh yeah, that's because I cut out a lot of the silences. I stutter
But
a lot
right.
when I talk. Not like
Mhm.
stutter like, you know, but like trying to get my thoughts out. They all just kind of like come tumbling out as word spaghetti most of the time. So
Uh-huh.
I'm reading from a script and I'm able to like say what I want to say.
Right, but it's definitely a contrast. You got check it out. It's interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never like
Yeah.
super duper thought about that.
I was literally the last episode you just put out. I watched it and I was like,
The
This is
Bluey
like-
episode.
this is Misha, but also interesting. Like
I did.
how
I watched the
different
Blue
you are. on
episode. It was
podcast.
good.
Hey, thank you. That one's popping off, kind of. It's
I
up
like
to like
it.
12,000.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're making me want to watch Bluey because when you said I don't know if it's the Venus episode or Jupiter episode or something, and you show a very quick like clip of it, and I can only think about like existentialism, and I'm
Dude,
like, this one must fucking hit you in the feels.
They play Jupiter from the Planets by Holst during that scene, and it's so good.
I haven't seen the Rain episode yet. I'm waiting for a day I'm really depressed and I'm gonna go watch it.
The Rain episode, yeah, that's a good one.
So
right.
I think this is the series I have to watch.
On the Furry
This isn't level 5 topic.
Yeah, that's a level 1 topic, Bluey, which
Bluey.
also subreddit hates us. What? You gotta watch
Yeah.
Misha's video to find out more.
I'll just
We're just
link
gonna
all
plug
of my
Misha for like the
videos.
next hour. Yeah.
Every single one of my videos.
We'll link a different person's video because I think he did a really good job from Tales from the Internet for the next topic, which is Messy Tales. Which
God,
I thought
you
about talking about that,
explained this, and
but
I
I've never gotten around to it because I just
there's a comment on I commented on his video at 8:21. I was like washing dishes, just listening to YouTube, and I had to I had to stop listening because I almost threw up in the sink.
Yeah, you were mentioning that, which actually gave us the idea to talk about this.
And
That's
then
kind of what like spawned this episode idea.
Yep, Messy Tales. Don't look into it if you don't want to.
Yeah, you do.
Content
It's
warning for
pretty
sure.
shitty. It's pretty shitty.
Like, comment, subscribe if you thought that was funny.
So he's a all I'll say to prep you is he's a white German Shepherd
White
and
With a brown muzzle.
with the brown muzzle, but the brown is not his fur color.
It's chocolate cake.
Yeah,
Stop.
Yeah.
they call it the Hershey Squirts.
Ah.
All right. And our last topic.
Yeah, we're just gonna brush off of that one. Basically,
Yeah, we're gonna run away. There'll be a link down below if you want to look into that.
the dude ate some. Is the word caca? He ate some shit until people thought he died. I don't actually think he died. He just went to therapy.
Yeah,
and
he
is
didn't.
probably doing something
know
else
what?
with his life.
Dude, if he got therapy and he ever resurfaces, I want to see if it was a
Can
success story. You know
Have
what I
him
mean?
on the podcast.
I want to know about like the success story of therapy though. Like I hope it is something good.
Dude,
like,
what a stellar therapist. Holy
like a
shit.
fucking turnaround, you know?
Messy Tales, if you are out there,
Yeah.
come on our podcast.
Right? Can we
Yes.
not? So I know you had the last one, but you guys reminded me of somebody and some people that I think should be warned about, and B, people might not know or remember about too much because I don't know if they go to cons anymore. But Ruby, the Chihuahua brothers. Right?
I know about them.
Yeah, I would put the Chihuahua Brothers at a level 4. And just because I put them in the same like level as Nazi furs. They're known, but it's like only people in the fandom know about them.
Yeah.
They go to cons. They have this little cart they push around full of stuffed animals, and I kind of thought they were harmless, but according to testimonies on Twitter, they are not harmless.
Yeah.
They're dangerous people, actually.
I think I was doing a video about BLFC, maybe wherever the pizza thing happened. I was doing a video about that, and I think I mentioned the Chihuahua Brothers because it was like people brought them up and were like talking about how like uncomfortable they made them feel, and just like how they were constantly like just being weird towards people.
So they did make me feel uncomfortable, but not in a and this I this is not me directly contradicting testimonies. This is just my personal experience. I felt uncomfortable, but in a like, oh, obviously you're neurodivergent and I need to be patient with you kind of way. But according to testimonies on Twitter, they've crossed that line and made people uncomfortable to the point that like it could be considered assault, which really does suck to hear.
Yeah.
And we believe victims in this
Yep.
channel, so
Yeah, so I did want to bring those up because you reminded me of them. I thought that because they were that far in my memory, that maybe it was more of a level 5 thing. But yeah, if you ever see two dudes walking around with a cart full of stuffed animals at a con, maybe no
Turn
approach
the
them.
other way.
I just don't I just don't see them very often. I kind of
Yeah.
only see them at Anthrocon. I think they must be local to that con.
Maybe that's it because I know that for a while there I would hear about them, and then like in the recent past I haven't. So I don't know what's gone on with that. But hey,
I
maybe
think they're
that's
just
just a
not
good
around
thing.
anymore.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's just a good thing.
maybe they heard the comments. Maybe they cleaned up their act. One can hope.
Yo, really quick, shout out to Saber's Spark going live right now, and I got a notification on my
Yo.
phone, so I'm gonna shout out
Shout out
to
to
level 1 Saber Spark for
Okay.
going with the Let's Watch a Chinese what?
High key, Saber Spark's videos are so good. I love his
them.
content.
What's it called? I don't care. I just wanted the title of whatever.
All right.
Oh, a Chinese Adventure Time ripoff.
Oh,
That's
Okay,
I think
with the co-host that is.
what do you think? What do you think, Misha?
I think that is a good spot to stop because I don't really want to talk about the one we have written down.
Yeah, that's why.
Save it for the Patreon if you want to hear.
Save it for the Patreon. Yeah.
Look,
Or the
hey,
after Bark episode. We'll see.
again, remember, go down to the comments and talk. Not talk about, but you can throw out there like things we may have missed.
Maybe we'll do an iceberg
There
part
was
2.
definitely an episode 2 of this. I can't tell
Yeah.
you when, but we will be going through these comments
Tomorrow.
to put it together. And
All right, guys. That's going to be it for this week. If you're watching the premiere, hi, hello, you're beautiful. Thanks for tuning in. If you're listening, what?
Wait, we are going to be at this one.
We are going to be at this one, yes. This is next week.
Yeah, I'm used to, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted
by me multiple times by me.
We're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode.
Oh, happy October.
Happy October. Woo! Wait.
Yay, spooky season. Oh, we got to do some spooky episodes.
No, this comes out on the 30th. We're all wrong.
Wait, does it come out on the 30th?
It comes out on the 29th.
No,
we're wrong.
I fucked up.
You fucked up.
Damn.
Dude.
Oh.
Anyway, premiere. After this. Bark.
After Bark episode
After
live.
Bark
stream,
episode
YouTube.
live.
Catch it here, right? Meow. Bark, 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 bark.
Bark, bark, bark. Meow.
Subscribe to our Patreon.
Say a meow. Ruby, say a meow.
I was actually just about to. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if this was an emergency. Give me just a second to finish filming my podcast.
We just need to
Just say meow.
Andy's
say
at the
meow.
Northern if you want to meet us there.
Just say meow.
Just say meow.
If you don't want to do Northern, I was gonna, but like if I'll bail and do something with
Just
you.
say meow.
Just say the word meow.
Just say meow.
It's one word.
One word.
M-E.
Okay, cool. See you
No
soon.
noise even.
Okay.
Not even a word.
Love you, bye.
I'm sorry, friends. I wasn't sure if that was an emergency.
Oh, got you.
Okay.
We just said one.
We just need you to say the word
We need
meow.
one word out of you.
Okay, what do you need?
Meow.
Meow. Is that it?